What's going down? Niner Empire, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about um, Odell Beckham Jr. Being possibly shopped out of Cleveland. And rumor has it that he actually wants out. Excuse me, he wants out of Cleveland. And that basically Cleveland was kind of just like a stop by type deal when he got traded there. Um, do I think Odell Beckham Jr. will stay in Cleveland? If I had to take a gander, I don't think it's going to work out with him in Cleveland, strictly because of how Freddie Kitchens and that offense uses him. Now, I could definitely see, you know, uh, the Niners trying to go get him after he gets cut, or if he does get cut, or if, not cut. He's definitely not going to get cut. If he ends up being shopped, or if he ends up, in a deal with the trade, who knows? But I think for the 49ers, I think it would be smart for us to pursue Odell Beckham Jr. I feel like Odell Beckham Jr. is strictly a Kyle Shanahan type of guy, and I feel like if we were to get a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., um, obviously it'd make us a better team. Um, but who knows? I mean, I could be talking. I mean, this is probably unlikely to happen. But there's always a possibility. The main storyline of this though is the fact that Odell Beckham Jr. may not be a Cleveland Brown by next season. Or he may not be a Cleveland Brown or on the Cleveland Browns roster next season. And there's a number of teams he could go to. New England needs a receiver. They need multiple receivers. There's teams out there that need receivers, but if Cleveland ends up not, I could see maybe Odell staying there in one more year to see how things turn out. But if they don't get things clicking soon, Odell's going to want out because he just wants to win. And there's also reports too as well. Odell Beckham Jr. tells people and players and NFL GMs and head coaches and things upon that nature. He tells other teams to try to pick him up and pursue him in a trade because he wants out of Cleveland. And there's been times where he's been caught, talking to John Lynch, and he's been like, it's been very private. He's been covering his mouth while he's talking. He's been talking to Jimmy Garoppolo while he's doing it. Could he really be talking about coming to San Francisco to team up with Jimmy Garoppolo and this young 49ers powerhouse of a team? Who knows? We really never going to know that because, that's never going to go out to the public what's being said. But I mean, there's always a possibility. I always kind of wondered too if Odell Beckham Jr. really did that because he wanted out of Cleveland, and I wondered what he was telling people when he would do it very privately, when he would cover his mouth. I would always wonder what he would say, and for some reason, I had in the back of my mind, I always figured he was talking about. I don't know. It's weird, but I always just wondered what he was saying. But either way, uh, he's supposedly been telling teams that to pursue him in trades before games and after games and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with this Odell Beckham Jr. Saga. But as of right now, the 49ers are not going to act upon anything until probably next season. So this will be fun to see how this pans out because Odell Beckham Jr. there's a possibility he could be on a new team next year. I don't really know the chance of that. All I know is that rumor has it, and there's been multiple reports confirmed by NFL league sources that he wants out of Cleveland. He's not happy there. He wants to win. He wants to go to a contender, and there's a number of teams out there who would be willing to trade for Odell. And I just don't think Cleveland's using him right. I think it'd be better off for him to get out of Cleveland. But we'll see what happens. But with that being said, Do I think the 49ers should trade for him? I mean, if it comes down to it, if he's really being shopped and they're really taking offers, the 49ers should throw an offer and see what happens. I don't know how the likelihood of this happening. It would be monstrous if we could pull this off next season. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, um, I'm cool with what we got too as well. Debo Samuel's a stud. He's young. Kendrick Bourne's young. We got Emmanuel Sanders. He's the true number one. We could add Odell and have Odell, Debo, and Sanders. That'd be a filthy trio, but we'll see what happens. That being said, as always, go Niners, and I'll see you guys in the next one.